Mr. Nawrocki, President of Poland, allow me to present to you my conclusions, which will differ significantly from those generally accepted in Ukraine. Bandera first seized power in the own through terror, destroyed own members who were against his ideology and power, and carried out individual terrorist acts and illegal actions for which he was convicted first by Polish authority, then by the German authorities. The UPA was created during the German occupation by Taras Borovets in 1941 and went underground to protect itself from German repression. A group of Bandera members served yet the Germans in the police for a long time, and much later went underground and created military units. Bandera's units, initially engaged in repression against the UPA, surrounded the UPA units created by Borovets, disarmed these units and took over, stealing the name of the UPA. They turned the Bandera UPA, now called the UPA, into an organization within which they established terror, both against the members of the so-called Bandera UPA and against the peaceful Ukrainian population, 13,000 of whom died at their hands. Then a terrible genocide was committed against the Polish civilian population, of whom, according to my information, 40,000 people died at the hand of Bandera men. I draw your attention to the fact that the terrorist Bandera movement organized in the Polish state that existed before 1939. You, Mr. Nawrocki, as the legal successors of that Polish state, can investigate the reasons for its formation and their crimes. But it is that Polish state that is also responsible for the creation of Bandera movement and for all the crimes it committed on the territory of the Volyn voivodeship until 1945, both against the Polish population and against the Ukrainian population. I do not know whether you held a trial on these events. Bandera's people could never have created and did not create a Ukrainian state using such methods. And even if they had succeeded, it would have been a terrible state with conditions perhaps worse than those in Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union. Therefore, Mr. Nawrocki, do not try to use orders and awards to shift responsibility for some events from yourself to the Ukrainian authorities, which have not yet had the opportunity and do not have the time to study history, and also have no relation to the events of 1943. And you can give me the order of the White Eagle. I will not refuse, for the truth that I always present. After all, I personally followed that path and with those people who created independent Ukraine. and we did it by legal methods. But you, Mr. President, will not do this, because has not the ideology of your party taken something from the ideology of the Bandera movement? I also don't know whether you fully need an independent, prosperous Ukraine except to Poland. The Bandera movement stole the pure name of the UPA and insignificantly tarnished it. Russia stole our name Rus because the Ruthenians still lives in Transcarpathia and Galicia. These are probably also unsightly pages in the history of Poland, but I will not rummage through historical garbage.